Hi, I'm Annabel Rolley for Australian Golf Digest TV. Ball bound factor is a concept that I learned from one of my great mentors in the United States, Bobby CLAMPETT. And what ball bound factor is the negative impact that the very presence of the ball has on impact dynamics. What I mean by that is that the biomechanics of a golfer's swing can be altered just because the ball is there. So they have a tendency to try and lift the ball up in the air or hit at the ball, when really what you're trying to achieve is a swing that collects the ball and you're not hitting at it. The ball is just getting in the way. So ball bound factor can be attributed to tension or just that very concept of trying to get the ball in the air instead of just letting your swing and the equipment and the loft of the club do the work for you. So I've got a couple of things that are going to help you. First of all, I've got a tee and I'm going to place it about a foot in front of the ball. And it's really going to be helpful for you to imagine that your hands are being guided to that spot rather than at the ball. This is going to help you take the focus off the ball completely. So when you imagine your hands are going at that tee that's a foot in front of the ball rather than at the ball, it allows you to release the club nicely and there's no tension there and you're less likely to hit at the ball. You're just going to swing nicely through the ball. So just bring the awareness to the hands and to the tee that's a foot in front rather than the ball. That's going to eliminate this ball bound factor. Another thing that I teach to beginners, I have them learn the setup position and sort of the basics of how to grip the club and swing the club. And I have them do this go through the motions without hitting a ball. So what they find is they start to learn the mechanics and the motion of the swing without worrying about where the ball goes. And funnily enough, their biomechanics and their technique is usually pretty good. But then go and stick a ball in front of them and it's this innate desire to want to lift the ball up in the air or hit at the ball as hard as they can, instead of just letting that club sweep through nice and smoothly. So this is also really helpful for tempo. So all I want you to do is lose the ball. So maybe that means practice hitting a tee or just focus on a few blades of grass or draw a line in the sand. That's a really good idea. In fact, I'll show you how I do that one in just a second. But taking the ball away and just feeling that lovely, free and easy feeling is just such a good drill for you to do. And I want you to practice that and really get a conscious understanding and feel of what that's like. And then when you do go and hit the golf ball, no more ball bound factor. You can just swing nice and freely, just like this. Now let's get in the bunker and work on that exact thing that's going to eliminate ball bound factor. So the bunker is a really great place for working on eliminating any ball bound factor for a couple of reasons. One, we're entering a space where there's no golf balls. We're not going to be hitting any golf balls, but we're still making full swings, aggressive swings, and making contact with a surface, being the sand. And that's going to really get us a nice feeling of making contact with something that's not a ball, and we're still able to get all the way through and really be aware of our hands. So the bunker is a perfect place to work on eliminating any tension or ball bound factor. So we're not worrying about the ball and the result. We're not trying to help it or manipulate it in the air. We're really just focusing on the mechanics and swinging nicely through. So I've just drawn a line in the sand and I'm just going to take a few swings and imagine that the line has a couple of balls on it, and that's going to take away trying to lift that ball in the air, and I'm just going to concentrate on swinging through nice and smoothly, rhythmically. You can do it faster, you can do it slower. As long as you're getting that sensation of making contact, just like you do with the golf ball, but it's not there. So you're really creating a sense of just letting it swing, just letting it happen, and the club really doing the work. So again, there's no effort there. I don't feel like I'm hitting at the ball. So get in a bunker, draw a line, and get rid of any ball bound factor.